Hello, good evening, ladies. I'm your host, Khalil, the host of the Khalil Apple Sports Board, coming to you live right here, Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Happy Lunar New Year, everybody's the year of the Ox. Today, ladies, I will get you guys to the breaking news that J.J. Watt has been released from the Texans, by the way. He spoke with the Minares, by the way, and he agreed to mutually part ways with the Texans, even though he's contributed Hurricane, and he's also made tens of thousands of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, like that is. And obviously, I can tell you where we can wind up there. I'll tell you guys about the fact that the fans are kicked out of the Aussie Open because of a COVID lockdown, by the way. LeBron James and AD3, they invited their wives. They had dinner with their wives at the Giorgio Baldi Restaurant, by the way, as well. So, best news yet there. That's good news there. I'll tell you guys about the fact that a two-time Formula One champ, Fernando Alonso, was hit by a car while he was cycling in Switzerland, by the way. He's hospitalized. Get you guys to that. I'll get you guys to Trevor Lawrence's pro day. He's going to have surgery on his left shoulder for sure. Tompa Bay, the Super Bowl champion, five-time Super Bowl MVP, is going to have surgery on his knee. By the way, he hasn't missed any games, by the way. He's going to be having it during the offseason. I'll tell you guys about the fact that the NAIA Division II college basketball school, Bluefield College Rams, Bluefield College Rams, by the way. They've been temporarily suspended. Yeah, they've been temporarily suspended, by the way, because of kneeling during the anthem. And I'll tell you guys about that, and that can have a lot of backlash there. Urban Meyer defending a disgraced coach a disgraced individual by the name of Chris Doyle, by the way, who was accused of making racist remarks and tossing around players. That's all there is I'm going to say on that. Telling us about the fact that Enes Kanter was a bloody mess after taking an elbow, by the way. And that will be all the news I will have for today, everybody, on that. First things first, I'm starting things off with the breaking news that J.J. Watt has now been released from the Texans, by the way. And honestly, this is a really huge move, by the way. I can tell you that. I mean, first it was Deshaun Watson wanting out the Texans for sure. And then the president of the Texans, he's been released. He resigns. He's released for good. Now J.J. Watt, he's released from the Texans. So my question is, where exactly will J.J. Watt end up next? What are the best destinations for him? I mean, it's very clear that the J.J. Watt wants to be with a team that's going to help him get to a playoff game. He wants to be with a team that wants to help him win a divisional title. Wants to be with a team that's going to help him get to a Super Bowl, even though he's never been a Super Bowl at all in his entire career. And he wants to be with a team that's going to help him even win a Super Bowl too. I can tell you that, though. So, to be honest, I honestly just don't think that I honestly think that this is probably an usher move. And to me, Watt is just doing exactly what's in his best interest. I can tell you that. So to be honest, though, I mean, Deshaun Watson, he's going to be in J.J. Watt's shoes. I can tell you that. He's going to check his message below what he said, though, for sure. So J.J. Watt is done with the Texans, and what's he going to do next? Like, where could he wind up next for sure? So it could be with his brother T.J. It could be with, I'm not sure, the former Super Bowl champs, the Chiefs, by the way. I mean, it could be. I could see the Colts, I guess, maybe. Could be the Broncos, maybe the Ravens, maybe Dolphins. Could be the Rams. Could be the Bills, but clearly, who knows where J.J. Watt's going to wind up at? I can tell you that, though. Who knows where it's going to wind up at? So I'm real surprised where J.J. Watt's going to wind up at, or whether or not he's going to consider retirement. Yes, he has contributed to the $10,000 to the hurricane, by the way, to the hurricane relief efforts. He's also made charity funds, and also he's been a leader among everyone else. One of the best defensive guys out there. But one thing he hasn't been, he's never been an MVP in his entire career. Even though he may be MVP material, but he's never been an MVP. But he's never been a Super Bowl MVP in his career. I can tell you that though. He's never been to a Super Bowl. So I think it's clear that JJ Watt, he's saying that this is it for me. I'm done with the Texans. I've agreed to part ways with the Texans. I feel like I need to be with a team that's going to help me get to a playoff game. I feel like, I mean, yes, Texans, they used to be playoff contenders for sure. I can tell you that when Deshaun Watson was there. But this past season, their record was terrible, and obviously they were out of the playoffs for good. So honestly, I would just say that this is a good move for him because the Texans, they're no longer going to be legit contenders. Once Deshaun Watson goes, that's it. I mean, yes, Deshaun Watson says he wants out. Once Deshaun Watson leaves the Texans, that's it. I mean, he says he wants out for good, though. And now that J.J. Watt is gone for good with the Texans, which is a really, really huge loss there, because, I mean, were fans even begging J.J. Watt to stay? I mean, yes, you had Texans fans pleading Deshaun Watson to stay. Unfortunately, that didn't ensue. Deshaun Watson wants out. Now J.J. Watt, he's out of the Texans he's released for the Texans for good. My question is, which team is in pursuit of getting J.J. Watt? Or which team which team exactly is in pursuit of J.J. Watt? Is J.J. Watt in pursuit of, though? So that's the question you're going to ask yourselves, everybody. And which team is in pursuit of getting Deshaun Watson for sure? So Texans, they're no longer going to be legit contenders. I can tell you that. So honestly, for good. So honestly, this is a really big loss. And honestly, this is no surprise to me. I can tell you that though. So not looking good there. I can tell you that. Not looking good there. Right back, guys. Right back, everybody. Oh, that looks good. All right, sorry guys. So JJ Watt, in case you guys missed it, he's been released now. And to be honest, this may have been probably the biggest move that Trevor made in his career. So really, I just had to move. I just had to relocate. So that's all there is for that. So JJ Watt, I know available options are out there for him, but JJ, how's it going? Yes. Oh, man. No. Oh my God. This okay. All right, guys. So since JJ Watt is no more, I can tell you this: that his tenure with the Texans is over. I can tell you that, even though he's going to his release, because the Texans, they used to be playoff contenders, but since now you got first you got Deshaun Watson wanting out the Texans, you got the president of the Texans being released, resigning, and then next thing you know it, you have JJ Watt released. The Texans, they're no longer legit contenders, and they're not going to win a Super Bowl. So whoever the new quarterback is, once once Deshaun Watson's out the door, that's that. And honestly, this is, it could be Carson Wentz. It could be maybe Carson Wentz can probably be the Texans when Deshaun Watson's getting out. It could be perhaps I don't know about Russell Wilson. He probably pretty much has issues him being hit a lot. It could maybe be let's see, Dak attack Prescott. I don't know about that one, but clearly I would be surprised where JJ Watt's going to wind up next, and it's also going to be surprising what teams is going to be a playoff contender. It could be the Ravens. It could be the Chiefs. It could be the Chiefs, the Super Bowl champs. It could be the Ravens. It could be Bills Mafia. It could probably be the Browns. It could be neither one of those teams, or it could be the Steelers with TJ Watt, who's JJ Watt's bro, by the way. I could tell you that. But I think it's safe to say that at this point, I think JJ Watt should just, I don't know if he should just retire. I don't know about that one. I mean, it could ensue. I don't know for sure. But Yeah, this is really a massive move. I can tell you that. So whichever teams are going to be out there available for him, he'll just decide for himself. And honestly, I think that he's gotten to where he's at. I mean, he's one of the best guys out there. Texans really love him, and he's done a whole lot for the Texans. I can tell you that on the defensive side. But on the outside, he's contributed a whole lot more. He's helped the hurricane relief efforts, raising tens of thousands of dollars, I guess, tens of millions of dollars, that is. And he has been a leader like among himself. But I think that and he's fun to watch. But I think that it's safe to say that his career, the Texans, is over. That honestly, that it's already over, and I'm not sure where he's going to wind up at. I'm not sure he's going to have any interest in getting JJ Watt. So all JJ Watt's going to do is just pick up the phone and just figure out. He would just say, hey, this is JJ Watt. There's any spots available, and anybody could get him. And a coach would go, hey, yeah, this is, I don't know, Jerry Jones, and I know about that. Hey, this is, honestly, I think that, yeah, he's free for now, but it's just safe to say that this is a good move for him. This is a really good move because Texans, they're not legit contenders anymore. I could say that the Texans, they're no longer gonna make playoff appearances, and they're no longer, yeah, he's free from his contract. I'll tell you that. They're no longer gonna be playoff contenders, and they're not gonna be heading back to the playoffs. So honestly, I'm not sure the Cowboys. Yeah, they're not legit playoff contenders anymore. And they missed the playoff, and I mean, come on. Honestly, I think he is, and Andre Johnson. So you say that Andre Johnson's a legit receiver? You would just say, yeah. And I'm honestly, all fairness here, I think that honestly here, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Amari Cooper, you got Michael Gallup, Noah Brown, Chris Lacey, Malik Turner, John Villa, Johnson, Aaron Parker, Stephen Guidry, you got Cedric Wilson. Those are the wide receivers for the Cowboys. And whoever is replaced by one of these guys, yeah. And it could be, I mean, I would say it would be a big loss for Texans fans out there. I would say this is a bigger loss for Texans fans out there. And honestly, this is no surprise to anybody. I mean, actually, matter of fact, it is. And I think that a lot of people are going to wonder. Or is it wait for the Texans? Now for the Texans, they got Will Fuller, they got Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, Hanson, Kiki Coty, Isaiah Coulter, and yeah, Jamon Moore, Stephen Mitchell Jr., and Damian Ratley. Yeah. Honestly, I think that this is probably a unique, and to be honest, right here, I think that one of these guys is gonna be in that spot. And I don't know where, I don't have a clue where JJ Watt's gonna wind up at. And yeah, he did. And to be honest, I just think it's safe to say so you would assume that somewhere you're gonna assume that somewhere down the line that what you mean, Calvin Johnson? Yeah, Calvin Johnson, he's retired. I can tell you, Megatron's retired. I can tell you that. So honestly, DeAndre Johnson, he's retired. So that's it for him. And honestly, it will be a bit surprising to me where he's going to wind up next. It's going to be surprising where JJ Watt's going to be at, because I could tell you though that it was only at his expense. But to be fair, JJ Watt says, I'm tired, not going to the playoffs anymore. We could have made to the playoffs. We could have made back to the playoffs. We could have done this. We could have done that. And he had to apologize to Deshaun Watson. This is going to explain a lot, because I can tell you though that this is it. This is it for JJ Watt, and it's going to be it for Deshaun Watson. Once Deshaun Watson's out the door, that's it. And just Deshaun Watson going to be in JJ Watt's shoes. That's it right there. So Texans, their season, they're not playoff contenders anymore. That's it. They're just gonna be another shoe-in, if you will. But the Texans, terrible. I'll tell you that. I mean, they didn't make it back to the playoffs like they were last year. But obviously on this side, JJ Watt is done. That's it. He's done with the Texans, and that's it. So whichever team gets him, that is, it's gonna surprise a lot of people. And I'm not sure if fans are gonna react to it. It will not be the Raiders. No, the Raiders are terrible anyway. They're garbage. Could be the Dolphins, could be Chiefs, could be Ravens, Cards, I guess. But whoever they get, it's going to surprise a lot of people. And I think that JJ Watt's going to have that opportunity, or he could just simply retire. That's all I can say on that. So it could be surprising a lot of people, by the way. It could surprise a lot of people. But if JJ Watt does the unthinkable next, I mean, he may have done the first step of being released, but if he decides to retire, that will be a different story. So that's all there is you need to know on that. So JJ Watt's released from the Texans, and that's it right there. So his season Texans is over. That's it. He's only spent 11 seasons there, and honestly, that's it for him. So he's done. He's done. That's all you need to know, everybody. Other news here, I want to get into, by the way, that other news here, John Bones Jones going to face the winner of Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic, by the way. That'll be a good one, by the way, in heavyweight. So for the heavyweight title, it'll be a good fight. I can tell you that much. It's must see, must watch. Check that out, guys. Other news here that I want to get into, that the Pouncey brothers, the twins, Maurkice Pouncey and Mike Pouncey, they have retired from the NFL. And that's a big move right there. Congrats to them on that. I wonder if JJ Watt's going to be in their shoes. I wonder. So that'll be really good. I can tell you that, though. Really good news there. Also, some other news here. I want to point out, by the way, that fans are kicked out of the 2021 Aussie Open due to COVID lockdown, by the way. And there was a COVID case there from a hotel. So there's a hotel worker that had COVID, by the way, related to some illness. But honestly, not looking good there. So fans will not be attending. They're not going to attend any tennis stadiums for the next 5 days or so. For 5 days due to the COVID lockdown, and they can allow tennis players. They can allow, authorized personnel, staffers. That's all they can allow for now. So I'm honestly just to keep themselves safe from COVID, by the way. So that's all there is for that. And even though Aussie Open, they did have I think 22K fans there. They didn't have a COVID case in the past 2 weeks or so, I guess. But they did, however, decide to kick the fans out because of COVID issues. And honestly, this is pretty much big move there. So it's just due to a lockdown. So that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. And Novak Djokovic, he's still ahead. And Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka, they're still ahead. And they've advanced to the next level. That's all I can say on that. Just for the Aussie Open, by the way, everybody. That's all that you just need to know. Also, another news I want to pinpoint here, by the way. Two-time Formula 1 champ Fernando Alonso was hospitalized after he got hit by a car while he was cycling to Switzerland, by the way. It was his Lugano house, by the way. He was taken to a hospital. The x-rays show that he had numerous fractures, like a fractured jaw. And honestly, he should be in good hands, hopefully. Thoughts prayers out to him, his family members, all of his fans. It's a horrific incident. Hopefully he's doing well. And that's all I can say on that, everybody. Also, other news here that I want to address, by the way, that Chris McIver, he has been banned 1 year for kicking his horse twice, by the way. His ban's going to end in early 2022. So he made some little piece of trash, and that's that. So listen, also, Gina Carano, she has been signed now with Ben Shapiro for a new movie offer with a Daily Wire. So that's surprise news right there. Also, another news I want to point on that Yoshiro Mori, he has resigned for making sexist remarks, by the way. He says that women talk too much, women work too hard, women talk too much in meetings. So clearly that's a bit of a sexist remark there. So honestly, not surprised there. So he's done for. That's it. Also, another news here. Urban Meyer is defending a disgraced individual by the name of Chris Doyle, by the way, who was accused of making racist remarks and tossing around Iowa players, by the way, Iowa football players, by the way, on that side. Honestly, if you guys read the Spencer Chris Doyle was being accused of making racist remarks towards black individuals, like the Iowa football players, and he's accused of making remarks. So clearly, this is no surprise to anybody. And I think that Chris Doyle should know he had absolutely. I mean, yeah, Urban Meyer's going to regret he made this move. Hiring Chris Doyle, but honestly, since Chris Doyle was being accused of these racist incidents and tossing around players, that's not going to sit well with anybody. That's a big red flag there, and I think that Chris Doyle should be released. And and so the Urban Meyer was vetting for Chris Doyle. It makes zero sense. Why exactly would you want to hire a guy that's already been accused of making racist remarks and tossing around Iowa players? I mean, it makes zero sense. That I just don't get. So honestly, Urban Meyer may have blood in his hands, but I think it's safe to say that, this is gonna get him a lot of trouble. I mean, yes, Irvine, he may have been the new coach for the Jags, and that was a big move. But hiring an individual that's accused of, racism and making racism marks and saying something that shouldn't be said and tossing around players, it's just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. So clearly, Irvine's gonna think about what he's doing, because this is really not gonna look good. This is a big red flag. And I think that this is not gonna sit well with anybody. I can tell you that. And honestly, not looking good there. Hopefully things are gonna get resolved there. Hopefully something gets resolved. And honestly, I think that something's got to be said about that. It really has. So I can tell you that. Also, in NAIA Division II college basketball, Bluefield College Rams, they have suspended their B-ball players for kneeling during the anthem. And their game had to be postponed. The game had to be paused against Reinhardt University. The players that were, that were kneeling for the anthem, the Bluefield College Rams, which is Division II college basketball way, those individuals will be suspended. And honestly, guys, this is just a message to racial injustice. I mean, look, the only reason why they're doing it because they're sending. The only reason why they're kneeling during the anthem, because they're only doing it just to send a message to end racial injustice. To end police brutality, to end racial injustice, to end racism. I mean, even though Black Lives Matter, which they always do. And honestly, why exactly would a principal suspend players for kneeling during the anthem? I mean, yes, the NBA, they are going to have the national anthem played before games. Yeah, before home games or away games, that is. Now, even though the Mavs, by the way, they said they're not going to play the anthem before games, before their home games. So now all NBA teams, they're going to, have the anthem played before their games. So clearly, I don't get why a Division II college basketball team, Bluefield College Rams, their players were temporarily suspended for kneeling during the I just don't get that. That's something's got to be said about that. That's something. Hopefully, something's got to resolve there. The principal that is made a huge send a big message though, and the principal said that I'll kneel with you, but you got to stand for the anthem. And clearly, why would you why is it? So why would you want to suspend college basketball players, Division II college basketball players, for kneeling during the anthem? Like, why? It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. Let the players do what they want. If their voice is to be heard, that's fine. If they insist on, sharing their opinions, that's okay too. If they consider, doing this and doing that, well, that's that. I just think it's safe to say that at this point, that something's got to change there. Something's got to get there. Some needs to be changed there. And this is absolutely uncalled for. That principal should be suspended for that. I mean, if we're going suspending players for kneeling during the anthem before a basketball game, before a Division II college basketball game, it makes zero sense. It's just ridiculous. So why would you do something like that? It's just uncalled for. And something said about that. It's something really needs to be said. And clearly that's not looking good. It's really, really not what people want, not the people are pleading for. And I think that honestly, there needs to be a message to be said there. So their team did forfeit the game. And honestly, their president, David Olive, tells them to knock it off. He had to take matters in his own hands by unleashing the punishment to suspend the players. He says the basis for the decision stemmed from my own awareness of how kneeling is perceived by some in our country, of our alumni, friends, and donors of the college world view the act of kneeling during the anthem in a positive way. So they're pointing to the already fractured and divided country of our nature. I don't want Bluefield College contributing to the further divide. Rather, I want the college to bring people together in a united effort to address issues of racial injustice. And basically, wants to bring awareness to racial injustice, anthem kneeling. He was on a bunch of suspended players after it began drawing widespread media attention. He says, I further told them that their intended message is bringing awareness of racial injustice was being diluted or completely lost because some saw their act of kneeling as being disrespectful to the flag, our country, and to the veterans. Dude, you just don't get it. He just doesn't get it. This is they kneel because racial injustice, not to the flag. They're not being disrespectful to the flag. It's racial injustice. He says, in my opinion, the message was not being heard. Kneeling up intros, reading a message about combating racism before home games. Players refuse to compromise. And yeah. He says right here, I will kneel with you anywhere at any time as an expression of my solidarity with you to bring racial injustice and equality, except during the anthem, I'm with you. Honestly, I don't know what to make of this. Yeah. All right, so yes, D-Rose is back. Yeah, reuniting with Tibbs. He's running with Coach Tibbs, by the way. I can tell you that. And honestly, I could tell you though that probably one of the biggest regrets that's ever occurred. But to be fair, I think it's safe to say that something's got to be said about that. And clearly, this isn't sitting with anybody. So everyone's got an issue with that. Take it to anyone else. So honestly, I think it's just safe to say that at this point, they can let the players do what they want. Let the players kneel for the anthem regarding racial injustice. Regarding what's ensued for sure. So honestly, the president David Allen made a really bad move, and one day he may regret it though. So that's all I can say on that, everybody. That's all I can say on that. And honestly, that's not looking good there. Also, another news here that Trevor Lawrence's pro day, it was really good. He did it epic, did disappoint, but he's gonna be having surgery on his left shoulder, by the way. So honestly, not looking good there. So hopefully he's number one draft pick in the 2021 NFL draft this year in April. So hopefully he does just that. Also, another news: Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. Tampa Bay's finest, if you will, Tampa Bay, TB12, Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl champion, 5-time Super Bowl MVP. He's going to have surgery on his knee during the offseason. And yes, he may have been drunk. He may have been a drunken Super Bowl champ. Yes, he may have thrown a trophy. He may have thrown a trophy off to another boat. Cameron Brake caught it. Yes, he was out of it, but he's doing better. I can tell you that. But clearly, he has not, and Tom Bay hasn't missed a game, not one time. So honestly, I think it's just safe to say that is it going to wreck his career, or is he going to say that he's going to consider time? And what the doctor's saying, Tom Bay, since your knee is not doing so well, I guess to say that you may have to retire, and Tom Bay's going to say, let me just play till past 45. Let me play. No. You're gonna do what you're gonna do is what you must. All right. You're gonna address it to the whole world. You're gonna tell the whole world that you're gonna retire. That's what he'll do. I mean, he's gonna have surgery though, but Tampa Bay, I mean, if it points on him retiring, that would be good. I mean, he's 43. So honestly, why would you want to play past 43? Why would you want to play past like 45 or 46? It makes zero sense. I'm telling you, you're one of the most come on, Tampa Bay is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in NFL history. We all know that. We all know he's a 7-time Super Bowl champ. We all know he's a 5-time Super Bowl MVP. We all know that he's won a 7th Super Bowl without Belichick. He did just that last week, and everyone saw that, and everyone knew the Tom Bay got revenge on Patrick Mahomes, and he just threw him King Mahomes, which he already did last week. But I was too pleased about that. So honestly, they're not gonna, and Tampa Bay, they're not gonna run it back. They're not gonna run it back yet again. No, just no chance. No. Are they gonna run it back yet again? They will not. They most certainly will not. Tell you that. Tampa Bay will come back, and look, Patrick Mahomes is going to come back. He's going to get another title on his hands, which he must, even though that didn't happen last week. But Tampa Bay, probably, what's trying to be a 10-time Super Bowl champ? Really? So what is it going to say about his career? What if the surgery ends his career? What are your thoughts about that, everybody? You think that's going to do something? I mean, Patrick Mahomes, his surgery went well. So he's doing pretty good so far, I can tell you that. But Tampa Bay, yeah, he's going to have surgery on his knee. And he hasn't been injured. He has not been injured since. He hasn't missed a game at all. So that's less his career. So what are your thoughts about that, everybody? Let me know in the comment section about that. You think the surgery is going to have him do the unthinkable, which he should have done many months ago? And I mean him retiring. Let me know in the comment section about that. I will be more than happy to respond to everybody on that as well. Also, some other news. I want happy Lunar Day to everybody out there. It's the year of the Ox. So everybody, happy Lunar Day, everybody. Also, the Celtics defeated the Raptors 120-106 last night, where you saw Semi Ojeleye. He had 24 points and 6 rebounds. Kemba Walker scored 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Jason Tatum scored 17 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. 9 assists and 2 steals. Payne Pritchard scored 20 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Kyle Lowry scored 24 points, 1 rebound and steal, 6 assists. Pascal Siakam scored 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal in that game. So Celtics doing pretty good so far. No stopping that whatsoever, I'll tell you that. Other news here that Blazers defeated the Sixers 118-114. Dame, Dollar, Dame time, Dames and Dimes. Daddy Dame, Damian Lillard scored 30 points, 2 rebounds and steals, 7 assists. Carmelo Anthony scored. He had scored 24 points, 2 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr. scored 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Enes Kanter scored 10 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. Joel Embiid scored 35 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Ben Simmons scored 23 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Tobias Harris scored 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. And Seth Curry scored 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in the game. So Sixers are a really good start, brother. I can tell you that. And then looking forward to come back to the playoffs, by the way. I can tell you that, though. Hopefully they'll get eliminated, and hopefully they'll get humiliated yet again, though. So that's the other thing to that. Also, Gina Carano, she has signed a new movie offer with Ben Shapiro and with the Daily Wire. Now, Gina Carano, she was released from her role of Cara Dune from The Mandalorian after she sent some derogatory posts in that abhorrent post, by the way, of Nazis, killing, Jews, by the way, not looking good there. So not a good look there. I'm not sure that's in the right move, and that's probably not a good move. I can tell you that, though. So honestly, something's got to be said about that, and honestly, something's got to be done. So what are your thoughts about that, everybody? You think that's gonna sue? And let me know. Hopefully, it doesn't make any more derogative text messages for sure. So what are your thoughts about that? Also, ladies and gents, I want to wish happy birthdays out to Bill Russell, turns 87 today. Christina Ritchie, Nassim Hamad, Arsenio Hall, Joanna Kearns, Josh Brolin, Miles Brown, Jalen Hands, Anthony Ramos, Ayler Lai, Gucci Mane, Jennifer Stone, Mike Posner, RG3, Jenny McAlpine, Devour Up, Todd Frazier, Abigail Ratchford, Aaron Kraut, DeMarco Murray, Catherine Barrow, Tara Strong, late grade Abe Lincoln, Street Fighter Fives, Blanca, James Blanca, if you will. You got Georgina Wilson, Christina Burke, Brad Keselowski, Afshan, Azan. You got Daniela Aido, Sarah Lancaster, Jimmy Conrad, Alex Shenyuk, John Mike Higgins, Britt Nilsson, Larry Nance, One Man Gang, Anna Hopkins, Peyton Lynch, Tony Ferguson, Master Wong. You got Gary, Leroy Gray, Christine Elise, Rosie Mack, and Jenny Falconer. So send your birthday wishes, your birthday shows, your birthday tweets, everybody. That's all you guys gonna do just for now. And yeah, that's all there's need to know, everybody. Also, guys, JT, he apologized to Janet Jackson and Britney Spears, by the way, over some incidents that ensued. And he apologized. He wants to be a better person, and for stuff that's happened during their performances. And honestly, documentary says it all. But I think that JT should know better, and I think that this could lead to Rick's career. So JT did apologize to Janet Jackson and Britney Spears, and Britney Spears has some issues of her own with the hashtag Free Britney, and Janet Jackson apologized for that. And then there's some instances where 2004 where she accused of where JT had a little, and Janet Jackson had a little wardrobe malfunction, and Britney Spears and JT they split up for sure in the past, which they did, and things weren't looking out there. I could tell you that though. So honestly, if you guys read the documentary, you guys check that out. You guys read the whole apology. So honestly, things weren't looking good there. I could tell you that. And JT should be a better person. I think he should take responsibility for himself. And every person is held accountable for their own actions, because every action has a reaction here, everybody. And honestly, JT should know better. That's all there is that you need to know on that, everybody. Just for knowing that. So, other news, by the way, Enes Kanter was a bit of a bloody mess at taking an elbow to the face above his left eye. He had a face laceration. He was elbowed by Rob Covington, by the way. I mean, you think that Enes Kanter should be in the WWE? I mean, it's a 424/7 champ. I will tell you that though. So you think Enes Kanter should be in the WWE? You think he's ever going to sign the WWE? Let me know in the comment section about that, and I'll be more than happy to address sponsor for sure by on that. That's all there's you need to know. And others here, I want to sort of get it. I want to get into, by the way, that this past week, after Bow Wow said that he's going to do his last album cover, then he says he tends to be in the WWE. Look, I don't know if that's even a good move or not. I don't know what Bow Wow's getting himself into, but clearly Bow Wow should consider staying with music. That's what he should do. Just stick with the music, stick with the rap music. That's what he should do. So why would you waste your time just, going to WWE? I mean, why would you want to do that? How is that going to steal your career? How? And honestly, what do you guys think of? What are you going to react to that? And if you get injured, that's it. So clearly, honestly, why would you? I mean, would you guys want to see Bad Bunny in WWE? Let me know about that. I mean, Bad Bunny, he's appeared with Damian Priest, by the way, and Damian Priest got some back-to-back wins, 2 wins in a row for him past 2 weeks. That's pretty good news there. So really, why would Bad Bunny even consider going to WWE? Doesn't mean just you think it's any interest there? Although it sounds like it to me, but if there's got any interest there, let me know in the comment section about that. How you feel react to that? Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts about this are. I will address the sponsor that. Your thoughts about Bow Wow going to WWE if he insists on doing so. I mean, I think the last album cover, he's going to go to WWE, and that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. So we've seen numerous celebs appear in WWE, by the way, everybody. And not sure that's a good move. I'm not sure about that. That's pretty good. I can tell you that. So that's all there's you need to know, everybody, on that. So the more you know on that, everybody, the more you need to know. Be sure to catch Takeover Vengeance Day on Valentine's, by the way, everybody. Be sure to catch that. That's going to be this Sunday, live on the WWE Network, everybody, on that. That's all there's need to know. Also, this, though, guys, Miko Sanamura, she took out Isla Dawn yesterday. And she is ready. Oh, man. Oh, my. Miko Sanamura, the final boss. She's an absolute legend. She's ready for Kaylee Ray. She's coming for Kaylee Ray and for the NXT UK Women's title. And on top of that, she may be going for the NXT Women's title that Io Shirai has. And Io Shirai's got her hands full with Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez this coming Sunday night at TakeOver Vengeance Day on Valentine's and triple threat for the NXT Women's title live on the WWE Network. Everybody on that, so be sure to catch that for sure. That'll be good news there. So if Miko Sanamura jump ship to NXT, oh my goodness, that will be must see. That'll be must watch. I will say that right now. It'll be really good. So all you need to know about it. That's all you need to know on that. And that's best news yet there. That's the best news yet there. I can tell you that right now. So that's all you need to know. And honestly, be real surprising, by the way, I can tell you that. And it'll be really good. I can say that for sure. Tell you that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and also I will do a Valentine's special, the Khalil Sports Sport for sure. I can tell you that, though, and that's what I'll be doing. Be sure to catch that Sunday on Valentine's. That's all you need to do on that. Again, I will do a Khalil Sports Sport Valentine's special. Catch that this Sunday for sure, everybody. Catch that. All you need to know on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will do right there for the Khalil Sports Sport. Please be sure you like, subscribe to the Khalil Sports Sport, both YouTube channel and Facebook page by any and all means necessary. What are your thoughts on your reaction of JJ Watt being released from the Texans, by the way? What destinations are going to be out there looming out for him? What spot does he feel comfortable of him being a title contender? Let me know. Him being with the team that's going to be a title contender. What are your thoughts about that, everybody? I will address sponsor for sure, everybody. Your thoughts on Enes Kanter being a bloody mess, by the way, after got elbow to his face, by the way, and above his eye. Your thoughts about that, everybody? Let me know in the comment section down below. Your thoughts on John Bones Jones facing the winner of Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic, by the way. Let me know about the show in the comment section. I'll just want to show everybody. Your thoughts on Tompa Bay having surgery on his knee, by the way, during the offseason. What are your thoughts about that? I'll just want to show everybody on that as well. Your thoughts on Gina Carano after she was released from Lucasfilm and Mandalorian, by the way, for Apple tweets that she sent out. What are your thoughts on her signing a new movie offer with Ben Shapiro and with Daily Wire? Let me know about in the comment section about that. I will just want to show everybody. Say, brother, wishes out to Bill Russell, turns 87 today. Christina Ritchie, Nassim Hamad, late great Abe Lincoln, Arsenio Hall, Joanna Kearns, Josh Brolin, One Man Gang, Christina Berg, Blanca, Todd Frazier, Jenny Alpine, Devour Up, Catherine Barrell, DeMarco Murray, Master Wong, Gary Leroy Gray, Christine Elise, Rosie Mag, Jenny Falconer. So send your brother Shelter for the tweets there. Please be sure you do so on that. What are your thoughts exactly on Yoshio Moore resigning for making sense remarks? What are your thoughts about that? I'll just want to sure. Everybody, what thoughts on Urban Meyer defending Crystal, Crystal, if you guys remember, he was accused of making racist remarks and tossing Iowa football players around, by the way. So what thoughts about that? You think that this is bigger than Urban Meyer's life, and you think that that was a bad move, bad hire, by the way? What thoughts about that? I would just want to sure, buddy. Your thoughts on also LeBron James and AD3? They masked up during a double day, by the way, and they took their wives to in LA at the Giorgio Baldi Restaurant, by the way. So your thoughts about that, everybody? That's all there is. I mean, they are NBA champs, by the way. I'll tell you that. So big news there. What are your thoughts on fans being kicked out, by the way, for over COVID lockdown? Everybody, what are your thoughts about that? I'm not sure. What are your thoughts on Maurkice Pouncey and Mike Pouncey, the Pouncey Bros, retired from the NFL? What are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll just want to share, everybody. What are your thoughts on JT apologizing to Britney Spears and to Janet Jackson? What are your thoughts about that, everybody? Let me know in the comments about that. And that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. And that's all I can say. So that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. Let's from the Raptors last night, 121-106. Let me know about that. That's a Blazers with 118-114. Let me know in the comments about that. I'll just want to share, everybody. That's all there's you to know. What are your thoughts on Bluefield College basketball players being suspended for kneeling for the anthem? Everybody, what about that? You think there's some action going to be taken there? Let me know about sure the comment section. You think there's express their views? Let me know about that. That's all I can say. Be sure to catch some Takeover Vengeance Day this coming Sunday on Valentine's live on WWE Network. Everybody, be sure to catch that. That's all you need to know on that, everybody. That's all you need to know. So take care, everybody. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe out there. Bye-bye. And happy Lunar New Year Day, guys. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.